What is up? It is I Smooth here, and look, tonight we get the probably what we will see in part two, as in like the part two LR animations in this live stream right here. So this goes live tonight for me. It'll go live at 11. So in about 9 hours from right now, probably 8 hours to 7 hours after your whatever this goes up. So, but for me, 9 hours from right now, the live stream will be starting, and we will most likely see part two EZAs, part two LR card. I don't know if we'll see animations, but I'm pretty sure we will see the card arts like we did for part one with the Broly and the Gogeta and their transform state. Now, hopefully, I'm hoping that this part two is a standalone unit, and if not, I'll go over what else I hope it is or what I think it is. So these are my final predictions. I'm down to basically what I think is most likely, and after that is like there's like two or three other things which I think are much less likely, but still I guess possible based on the theme of the celebration, and I'll go over that a little bit later. By later, I mean right now. Let's get right into it. So first things first, I do think it is Beast Gohan and Cell Max. That is my number one most likely option here. Now, I'm not one is saying that it will be a fumble if it's not Beast, although I will be disappointed if it's not Beast. I think a lot of the signs are pointing towards being Beast Gohan, and if it's not Beast Gohan, yes, I will be a little bit disappointed, but hopefully, if it's not Beast Gohan, they show out with the kits, the animations, and the character choice. There are a couple other things that I think would be fine that I would have no issue with, but Beast Gohan and Cell Max is my number one. So basically, if it's not Beast Gohan, I'm gonna curl up in a little ball and cry. But otherwise, after that, after I cry for a little bit, I will be like, okay, as long as they make them cool and really good, good animations, good kit, I'll live after that. Cause still Gogeta and Broly is a sick part one, anyways. So Beast Gohan and Cell Max. Why do I think it's Beast Gohan and Cell Max? Now, first things first. I should have pulled this up instead. Dokkan info. Shout out Dokkan info and the Dokkan wiki. I should have pulled this up first. This is what I should have first. Super bosses. Now, imagine we get a Cell Max, right? What does this Broly lead? He leads super bosses, transformation boost, and full power. And his 30% is explosion of anger and movie bosses. Guess who would be on that? 200%. And who is also a huge buff for super bosses, who is also on movie bosses, which would be Cell Max. Cell Max would be huge buff to super bosses, which needs it, by the way, because the category stinks. Super bosses itself stinks. Broly's team overall is pretty solid, mainly because of Broly and Gogeta, but otherwise, it's just super bosses itself is bad, stinky. It really is. If you think about it, you have what? Jiren, Goku Blacks are in the mud right now, except for Fuse Zamasu, maybe AGL Zamasu. Beerus's are in the mud. We don't have a good hit. We don't have a good Jiren. We don't have a good Kefla. Like, we have a good Broly, obviously, because this is Broly, and we don't have Cell Max. So, Super Boss is completely terrible right now. It's in the mud. Broly's team is pretty solid, though, other than that. Again, he leads movie bosses as well. Now, also looking at Broly's 200% still for Beast Gohan. Guess what? I'm pretty sure Beast Gohans are on full power. So if I go to, I guess I can just go to hybrids. It would be faster to find him here. If I could use my eyes. Just go to his leader skill, right? Go to his 200%. He is on Broly's 200% because he is on full power. And he's also on Explosion of Anger. So, Beast Gohan would also be on this 200%. Which, I can imagine if you have Broly, Cell Max, Gogeta Blue, and Beast Gohan all on this team, the team would be probably, I don't know how good the synergy would be, but I guess it would just depend on the other two's kits. But this is a very solid team that has all of the anniversary LRs on the 200%, which in my opinion could make sense. So that is the first thing I want to talk about is Broly's 200%. Now, I should have pulled this up as well because now I'm going back to it anyways. If you look at movie heroes, Gogeta, who is the Carnival, is the 200% to movie heroes. Now, if we had a Cell Max in part 2, who would also be the Carnival, I could very well see it making sense that his 200% is movie bosses. Now, obviously, movie bosses isn't as good as movie heroes, but it's still pretty good nonetheless. But I could just see like the connection there. I don't know if it's like a mirror, the counter, whatever. It's all the same. Cell Max could lead movie bosses, and if we're getting Cell Max, we're getting Beast Gohan. I don't see us. I mean, I guess we could get LR Gammas, but if we're getting Cell Max, most likely it would be Beast Gohan. I guess second would be LR Gammas, and third would be Piccolo. But if we're getting Cell Max, I would say Beast Gohan for sure. So next step of evidence, right? We go to not last year's worldwide. This the last previous worldwide, not this worldwide that we just had, but the previous one to that. We had the same format, right? We had the Dokkan Fest Legendary Summon, and guess what? It started with the Extreme Unit being cooler, being the Dokkan Fest, and the Super Unit being the Carnival. And in part 2, which is kind of how I see this going, is this is the second movie. So the first movie was part 1, and the second movie is part 2. And if they're going like Dragon Ball Super movies, which I'll bring that up a little bit later, I have something else, which is basically the next thing I have up. It would be the same in the same way, right? It would be now we would get the next movie because there's 2 Dragon Ball Super movies. Battle of Gods and Resurrection F are both Dragon Ball Z movies technically, so those are not Dragon Ball Super movies. But of course, Superhero and Broly are the 2 super movies that we have. So if we're doing it like that, again, first movie is Gogeta that came out first, and the second movie is Superhero. It's gonna be like this. Imagine this being Cell Max and this being Beast Gohan. Like, I'm just saying. I see it. The signs are there. Again, this is just predictions. This isn't 100% what's happening. There are no confirmations until we see tonight at 14/2/10. So February 10th, 14 JST, which for me is at 11 p.m. tonight. So for you, if you're East Coast, it would be 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. I guess. And if you're West Coast, I believe it is 9. This is, of course, United States. You'd have to calculate outside of the U.S. I don't know the outside of U.S. time zones other than Japan, which is 15 hours ahead of me. So, yep. With that, that's my second or third piece of evidence. I don't know. I'm not even counting it at this point. I just see all the evidence, right? All the evidence. Now this is another big thing. There's 2 stages, and this gives skill orbs at least for Gogeta, it gives skill orbs. This is Dragon Ball Super Memorial Battle Movie Edition. Now, I'm pretty sure that they are adding stages to this specifically. And if they're adding stages to Dragon Ball Super Memorial Battle Movie Edition, what's the other Dragon Ball Super Memorial Battle Movie Edition? Well, the other Dragon Ball Super movie is Dragon Ball Super Superhero. So again, Beast Gohan, Cell Max. We do need a Beast Gohan boss. We don't even have a playable Beast Gohan in the game. There's no character that is named Gohan, parenthesis, Beast, parenthesis, right? We don't have that. We also don't have a Cell Max. So we would be getting 2 new named characters, which in my opinion is always cool. We also got Beerus Pajamas. What's going on? Where's half corrupt Fusion Zamasu? Why is it just regular Fusion Zamasu? Why is it not half corrupt Fusion Zamasu? I don't know. Whatever. Omatsu, I don't know what you're doing, but yeah. So I think this is like the most important one to me, and they're also getting rid of the Gogeta theme, one of the Gogeta movie themes at the time that part 2 is starting. And they have Hero in the game, which is the Battle of Gods theme. They have the Resurrection F theme in the game, which is, these are both the movie themes, because in the arcs they don't have Hero playing because it's not the movie, so they whatever licensing issues they have with that, they don't have those playing. They're the movie themes. Then they have the Broly theme. Gogeta, whatever. I don't know the exact theme, but yeah, they could add the superhero theme. If you know, it's like the trumpets. Well, I don't know what instrument it is, something like that. They could definitely add that. I see it very possible. They add the next stage, the next two stages to this would be Cell Max and Beast Gohan. Cell Max boss. We do already have Cell Max bosses, I guess, but we don't have any usable characters named Cell Max. So, with that being said, I don't know what this is, but yeah, I guess that's it. So, with that being said, I think that is why Beast Gohan and Cell Max are most likely. Now, I saw some people saying like, what if it's Super Vegito and Super Gogeta, or what if it's Super Vegito and Super Buu Gohan absorbed? Because the theme of the celebration isn't Dragon Ball Super. I think theme is just technically it's just Super, so it could be anything. But I really think they just had it Super just so they could do some weird stuff with the EZAs and the free to play units. I really do think that the second is movie themed, but I guess if it's not Super Vegito Buhan, that would be cool, with like top tier anniversary animations. Yes, please. I don't want Super Vegito and Super Gogeta. We had Gogeta in part 1, Super Saiyan Gogeta specifically in part 1. Yes, they're different characters. I would rather have the tech Super Gogeta EZA before we get like a new one. I don't know. I don't know how to explain that. Considering we just got, I know it's technically his name is Super Gogeta in Dokkan. Like if you look it up, he has a different name. I can show you. Super Gogeta and Super Saiyan Gogeta are different. Super Gogeta is the Z movie Gogeta, and Super Saiyan Gogeta is from Broly. I did not click on that. I did not click on that. So yeah, if you go look, or if I go look, because I'm going to look. Where, am I stupid? Yeah, he's right here. Gogeta. Super Gogeta. And then there's also Super Saiyan Gogeta. So they would link. But getting another Gogeta in this celebration, I would rather just not have that. So Super Vegito, on the other hand, I love Super Vegito. That's the best form of Vegito. You can have him in the celebration. Over Beast Gohan, I would rather not. But if it's not Beast Gohan, I guess I could see UI and Jiren. UI and Jiren. UI is cool, but Jiren is just like blah. He'd be like a pointless release, almost DOA. Because if we got Jiren in this part, he would most likely be the Carnival. So what would he even lead? Look at this guy's 200%. You don't want to use Jiren on any of these teams. Are you serious? I mean, unless I guess you have a number 1 Jiren, but let's look at his linking partners. He would link with anybody with TOP, yeah. Shares 5 with UI. I mean, I guess. I wouldn't want a Jiren, just personally, because Jiren's not my favorite character ever. So, I would rather have a hit over a Jiren, but let's see. I mean, if these guys EZA, this guy's probably going to EZA, this guy's probably going to EZA. He would have some decent linking partners. This guy's really good. He EZA'd. I mean, if we get, I guess it's not the worst. I just don't want Jiren, okay? If it's just flat out. UI Goku's cool. We like UI here. UI can be on a lot of different, there's a lot of different good categories. So, first, I guess, I do predict it's Beast Gohan and Cell Max, but if it's not, I guess I could see UI and Jiren. And second, or just because of all the TOP EZAs mainly, because pretty much all the EZAs have been Tournament of Power. Unless I'm dumb and I can't think of the other ones. So far it was STR UI. Oh no, we had Broly, Chila, and Lemo, which is, yeah, Broly movie. So yeah. Hey, I think we'll see the part 2 EZA. We'll probably see the part 2 LR arts, and those will drop in a couple of days from now. By a couple of days, I mean like 4 days. I think it drops the 14th or the night of the 13th, depending on where you're at. So yeah, with that, that's my predictions. If you liked the video, please like it. Leave a sub to the channel. I really appreciate all the support recently. I'm out.